In this problem, we want to solve this equation. Now, this is a linear equation. So let's review our steps. Solving a linear equation. We have our note that goes up at the top. It says at any step, combine like terms and combine numbers. Our first step is to get rid of parentheses. And we do this via the distributive property. Our second step is to get rid of fractions. And we multiply everything by the LCM of all the denominators. Step 3. Get everything with an X on one side, numbers on the other side. Step 4. Divide both sides by the number in front of the X. Now step 3, I say get everything with an X on one side, but it can have any variable. In this particular problem, it looks like we have Z's. And when I say everything, I'm talking about terms. So we're going to get all variable terms on one side, constant terms on the other side. Last step, divide both sides by number in front of the X. Remember, the number in front of your X is also called a coefficient. Okay, so let's go through this problem. So we've got negative 3/4 times Z minus 1/6 equals negative 3/8 times Z plus 1/5. Okay, first step, get rid of parentheses. And we'll do that via the distributive property. So we're going to take this negative 3/4, we'll multiply it times the first term, times Z, and times the second term, negative 1/6. And then we'll take negative 3/8, multiply it times the Z, and then multiply it times the 1/5. So we got negative 3/4 times Z minus 3/4 times negative 1/6 equals negative 3/8 times Z minus 3/8 times 1/5. Well, negative 3/4 times Z is negative 3/4 Z. On this one here, we got 3 and 6. Remember, if you got a number up at the top, a number in the bottom, numerator and denominator, that can be divided by the same number, do so. Well, these are both divisible by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So we got negative times negative is positive. 1 times 1 is 1. And 4 times 2 gives us 8. Equals negative 3/8 Z. And these, there's nothing to simplify, so I just multiply the tops, the numerators, and the bottom, the denominators. 3 times 1 is 3. 8 times 5 is 40. Step 2. Get rid of fractions. Multiply everything by the LCM of all the denominators. So we're going to find the LCM of 4, 8, and 40. Well, we do the prime factorization of each number. 4 is 2 times 2. 8 is 2 times 2 times 2. And 40 is 2 times 20. 2, 4, 8 times 5. 2, 4, 8, yeah, and then 40. Okay, so our LCM. We start with our first prime, 2. I'm looking for the greatest number of 2's in a single line. There's 2 of them here, there's 3 of them here, there's 3 of them here. So the greatest number of 2's in a single line is 3 of them. Then we go to the 5. There's no 5's here, none here, there's 1 5 here. So our greatest number of 5's in a single line is 1. 2, 4, 8 times 5 gives us 40. And our steps say to get rid of the fractions, multiply everything by the LCM of all the denominators. So we're going to take 40 times negative 3/4 Z. We'll take 40 times 1/8. We'll take 40 times negative 3/8 z minus 40 times 3 over 40. Okay, well, this 4 and 40 both divisible by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 40 divided by 4 is 10. 8 and 40 are both divisible by 8. 8 divided by 8 is 1. 40 divided by 8 is 5. 8 and 40 are both divisible by 8. 8 divided by 8 is 1. 40 divided by 8 is 5. And 40 is going to cancel there. So we got 10 times negative 3, which gives us negative 30z, plus 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times negative 3 is negative 15, minus 3. Now let me double check there, make sure I didn't drop anything. Okay. Step 3. Get everything with an x on one side, numbers on the other side. And this, we're dealing with z's. So get everything with z on one side, numbers on the other side. So I'll take this negative 15z over the left side. I'll take this 5 over the right side. Remember, when you take anything across your equals, your sign changes. So the negative 15z becomes a positive 15z. And the positive 5 becomes a negative 5. Now our note up at top says that any step combined together like terms. Like terms, same variable to the same power. So negative 30z plus 15z gives us negative 15z. And negative 3, negative 5 gives us negative 8. Step 4. Divide both sides by a number in front of your z. So we'll divide both sides by negative 15. And we get z, those negatives cancel, z is equal to 8 over 15. And that's our answer. Now some people teach that differently, where they reverse steps 1 and 2. They say get rid of fractions first, then get rid of parentheses. And you can do that, but I found this specific type of problem right here is where people mess up. Because if you start off by multiplying to get rid of the fractions, you have to make sure when you multiply it, you only multiply it by like the fraction out in front. You leave what's inside this parentheses alone. I've deliberately reversed the order of those over the years because I find that for this particular type of problem, people make less mistakes showing it in the manner that I did. But that's our answer.